How you all doing? Ralph here, Ralfy Customs. Time for another vlog. Righto, so we're back on this bad boy. There's not much to do. There is an exhaust bracket to make, which is going to be fucking ridiculous if I do it off there. It needs to be off here or something, so we need to look at that. There is that side stand bracket to be welded on. Wherever it's going to come to, I'll probably make a sleeve and fit it on that, to be fair, out of thicker tube, just to give it a bit more strength. There's a tank to mount. I've got to make something and order something, which I've done. I've ordered, not made. And then there's steering stop, and that's about Charlotte. So I think the first job is going to be this exhaust fucking mount. So, fuck that, I'm not doing any of this. I was thinking of using these that I made and didn't use. Yeah, but I'm not. I'm not going to. And what I'm going to do is fix the rear section that the silencer's very securely clamped to. This rear section is on springs. I'm going to mount and put a bracket or something. I'm going to fix it somehow. So it'll be nice and discreet under here, and won't go any fucking where. It should be fucking peachy like, and not look, or not. It will look unobtrusive, won't it? So we need a threaded something, a bracket with something, and a something off here. That's what we need. So we need a something and a something. Maybe come off here. Not showing you very well. Maybe in here. Maybe come off here. Down here. Just straight down there, and a threaded boss on there, like I've got on my Triumph. Maybe. Oh, maybe. No. Well, I'll figure something out for that. And also we need to figure something out for this, don't we? And that is going to go somewhere here, I think. Somewhere here, so maybe a stainless standoff off that, TIG welded on while we're doing the exhaust, ain't it? Okay, let's make the exhaust boss. I'm gonna face this off. Like so, and then with the outside a quick clean up. We'll see what size we're at. Not that it really matters, but I think I'm going to want about 20 mil or so. So it's not going to fit anything other than itself. The bracket that it goes on 25 mil, and that's 24 mil, so I'll take that. Yeah, so we've got our bit 24 mil diameter, and I'm going to make it about 20 mil long. So I had a quick measure when I put this in the vise, and somewhere around there is going to do it. So the other end of this piece has been bored out, as you can see that shiny bit there, look. It's been machined out already, so I think what I'll do is just get my tooling out of the way, and go in as always with a centre drill, so bear with. so. And then we're going to want it 6.8 to take an M8 thread. So that's that. Right, and here's some 6.8. Put a bit of lube on, because that's what separates us from them animals. And this bracket needs to be 20mm long. So if I go just over 20mm deep with this drill, then when I part it off we should be happy days, shouldn't we? So let me just check that that's, yeah. Right, slow things down and get it parted off, eh? What I forgot to do is just give that a quick fucking chamfer, ready to take a thread. Okay, now we can go 20mm there, so that'll be there. Let's get you moved around a bit.
Don't forget folks, our Fuckstock stickers are now available in our Etsy store, link in the description below. Fuckstock, you know it makes sense.
Right, that's a bird's eye. I'm just going to lock my carriage off camera and get my lube pot like fucking so. And there she blows, Captain. So get that started. We'll come in and break those edges like that. Don't want it too much. And then just steadily part that off. Ready to pop back in the truck and put a thread on. Any minute now, I'm going to say about I won't even go in there, but there you go. And it just finish that end off like that, nicely. Boosh. Right, let's pop that in there. Like so. Move my carriage up. Now we can give that a chamfer. Like so. Come in with a tap to run through M8. So, bit of lube. As always. Nice and steady. On the speed. There we go, look, happy days that is. Sorted. So just reverse that. Sorted. So that's the big one made for the exhaust. Give that a blow off and a wipe, and then go back over to the bike with it, I guess. I'm going to make a smaller one actually. Going to make it an M6 top hat type thing next for the for the back brake reservoir. So we'll do that before we go back over. Righto, here's the back brake reservoir one. I'm just going to give that a clean up. Like fucking so, all the way down. Don't matter what size it is, we want to end up about 12mm on a skinny bit. I'm going to make a little top hat, you'll see, look. So that is now 17.5 and we want 12, so we'll knock it down to 14 and a half. Oh, hold on, let's just zero that off. Face that off. Right, so 14 and a half is there. And we're going to want about 8mm. It says 6 now. call it 8, there's 8 mil, come on, there, and now we'll go down to 12. Like that. That's great. Come on. Happy days. Again, we go in with a centre drill, a little bit of lube. Can't hurt, can it? Like so, if it'll fucking cut. Come on, you bastard. Didn't want to start that then. Like that. And we're going with a 5mm because we're going to tap this out to M6. So, again, the old thing's about 12, I'm not sure how long it is actually, I need to check, but I'm going to go in 20mm, it seems more than enough. Over there. And then we'll look at chamfering it, like so. A little chamfer. And what I've realised is, let me just move you, centre you up a bit. Come on. Is that I'm making it too short? I've had a measure. So we're just going to extend this small section. Yeah. Come on, baby. Down to there. And then we'll look at potting it off. We go with the potting off. Just like the other one. Stop there, get a file in, and break that edge, break that edge, and break that edge. And then get back on it. And plenty of lube, eh boys? Come on, baby. There we go. Clean the end up like that. Sorted. Righto. So we've got that chucked up and spun around and chucked up. Yeah. Give it a quick chamfer. Like so, maybe a little bit more. Like so. And we've slowed things right down. And we're going to use one of my new M6 machine taps. And run that through it like so. They're working really well. Oh, that's not we've stalled. So we'll just reverse that, tighten the chuck up a little bit more, not off camera, like that. And see if it'll go all the way through now. Whee! Ooh, that didn't sound very good, did it? I didn't like that. And reverse it, send it forwards. Come on, you bastard. Yes, there we go. Fucking hell, that was a bit bum twitcher. And you will see once this tap clears. Come on, you bastard. Should have sped it up, shouldn't I? There you go. That we have unfortunately marked that up. So again, it's not it's not a close fit. It's not an engineering fit. It's just a fucking boss that works on the electrics box, and that's going to mount that. You know, so that's going to sit like that on there, like so. So. I think we can get away with that. Sorted. Keep fucking dokie. So, that's that boss welded on. I've had to take the exhaust off. I'll show you it built back up. And the co-responding bracket under there. And that's that little boss on there, look, for the recipe for that light. So I'll get the exhaust built back up and you can see how I've done it. So yeah, Lee's on about getting this re-chromed or reworking it or doing something, so that bracket needs to come off, but he can do that. And then that exhaust is held quite firmly by that boss welded on the frame and the exhaust there with an M8 bolt in. It's just a bit too tight for me to turn by hand, but there you go. So that's that done. Now I'm going to look at the side stand. It's going to go here somewhere. What I'm going to do is cut myself a sleeve out of this 1.25 inch. This is the tubing that the frame's made out of. Yeah, so I'm going to cut a section a bit bigger than the bracket, and I'm going to slice it like so. We'll have a cap that will weld around the tube, so we'll have it. It'll be stronger. It's less likely to tear out. If I put that on there and weld it, then I've seen them rip out. It doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. So to avoid that, we're going to make a cap, and we're going to weld the bracket to the cap, and we're going to weld the cap to the frame. And we might even plug it a couple of places and be happy days. So there it is, look, tacked on this little saddle. What I'll do, I'll weld it all up and drill a couple of plug holes, I think. Oh, what is it? Quite hot. You know what it's hot. Ow, ow. So yeah, we'll weld it on there. I'll clamp it to this tube, bastard. I don't know why I'm playing with it, it's fucking red hot. I'll clamp it to this tube, weld it up, and then we'll drill a couple of plug holes in it for when it's fitted on that bottom frame rail. And then that's ready to fit, really. The thing is, I don't want to get the bike off the bench, and it's kind of square where it's sat now, so maybe it is time to get it off. Don't know. I'm waiting for the bits to make this tank strap fit, so not 100% on that, to be fair. Like, I think we'll put it on the shelf. I think we'll get this bracket made up. We'll stick it over there with the side stand, etc., and go from there. We might not, though. We might fucking have a change of heart and whip it off quick. If I'm waiting for parts, I could fuck it off out of the way and get another job on the bench, can't I? So, yeah, happy days. And there it is, look. Yeah, so that's going to sit wherever it sits on there. It's going to sit wherever it sits on there and be welded all around and plug welded and happy as a fucking sandboy, as we say. So I fucking did it, didn't I? Just tack that on, well, not tacked it, it's part welded, and you will notice there's a spring keeper top there. Look, that's the pivot, that's the spring keeper. Way up, I nearly tipped it up. Happy fucking days. Cheers then. Thanks for coming. So yeah, now I'm waiting for some stainless threaded rod for this front tank mount. The strap goes round there and down, and probably through a tube that's going to be welded where you can't see, where my fingers are flapping about. And then the rear comes round here. Cut this bit of the seat off and make a bracket for the toggle. So that's it. We are now paused. Yeah. Next up, it's Harry the Bastard. What's up with Harry the Bastard, you may ask? Well, on last weekend's jolly time away, upon returning, he'd wet himself a little around this tappet block. So we've got an oil leak round here. Now, given the amount of miles we did and the fair pace that we set, I could probably live with it. But he's worth it, isn't he? So I've got a couple of gaskets. Well, I've got a full gasket set. And the front and rear are different, and I'm not sure which of these are which. I think the more angular one, that's one. I don't know. I think that one is for there, but I'm not 100%. So what I'm going to do is take the air filter off to gain access. Take the spark plugs out. Yeah, and we can check that repair that I did. Regular viewers, regular listeners will attest to this repair that we did. And then we can have the push rod tubes off. Take these covers off, collapse these tubes, collapse the push rods because they're adjustable, we're on solid lifters. Take them out, undo the block, lift the block, clean it up, put a new gasket on, put it all back together, leak free. That's the plan. So right, with the plugs out and the air filter off and all that, we turn it over until these push rods are at the loosest, which is there. Yeah. It's just turnable. But that one's a little bit loose, if anything. But it's fine. And we'll just leave the engine now. I don't need to turn it over or do fuck all. The cam is not acting on these push rods particularly. So we'll leave it at that. What we do is undo this locking nut, wind that one in, and then we can lift the push rods out. So I'll do that off camera because it's a bit of a faff. So they're out, look. Yeah. As it came out, there's a rear, there's the, well, that's the inlet, and that's the exhaust. So rear in the front, if you like. I'm going to undo these 4 bolts, and then this, I might have to blade round this. It's been together for a long time, so I might have to blade round it so I don't peel all the paint off as I'm lifting it, but we'll see. If I bang my fucking head on that handlebar again, I'm going to fucking kick off. Right, here, there you go. So, right, no, bad film here, Ralph. Right, I need to top the oil up. We know that. I've topped that with a fucking Norman Hyde, look. It's not a Norman Hyde, but we'll call it that. With the old soft blow. So, it should just lift out, but I don't want to drop the fucking tappets in. I need 2 hands. I've just dropped my tappets in there, so you're gonna have to do without me for a second. Yeah, so there she blows, Captain. I've took the fucking liberty of cleaning the old gasket off, which didn't look bad to be fair, and I can't see any fucking sign of why it's leaking, but it was. So there you go. It's worth noting this hole is a drain hole because the oil fed tappets drain back down through the block and through there into the fucking cam light. And there's the cam. There's the old fucking A grind. So now I've got the unenviable task of getting this back in there. Yeah. With the tappets in, holding them in place while I'm fucking trying to line the gasket up as well. So, again, it's not going to be very film worthy, but you can see that I've done it, you know what I mean? Ain't it? That's the fucking idea. And that's it, I literally plopped it in. Just fucking chucked it in the old light, like you do. So, now I can't get in with the fucking socket. One-handed. Get that on there, look. Put that on there first, and now see if you can get in. Yeah, who knew? So we'll just gently nip that up in a bit of a cross pattern. Not that it matters. It's a big fuck off cast thing, like. So, like that. And that should be Bob's your fucking armchair. Now we'll nip it up. Whee, look, click. Get his back corner, front corner, sorry. Click. Click. And this one at the back there, there's a mare to get once it's all together. So that gets 2 clicks. Look, it gets a click and then click. So I can drop these followers in. These are sprung like a semi-solid. So, like that. Get the push rod assemblies back in and adjust it up. Put the spark plugs back in. Fire it up. Make sure it doesn't leak, and then I'm just going to use a bit of black touch up around there to fucking touch it up. Although, I mean, fucking it's nearly 45 years old, the engine. We don't mind it being a little bit work worn, shall we say, because it's not a fucking ornament. So, just to be doubly sure, we've done a couple of cycles of the engine with the old kick and starter, which is about all I use it for, that setting the points. And we've got these push rods just turn. I don't think this will now. Oh, it will. Just turn under load. Not under load, fuck me, under no load. Yeah? Then we know there's a little bit of clearance, it won't be holding the valve open. Bob, you're onto it. What? The fiddly thing is, look, let me zoom in. This is a lock nut, it's got a split in it. Look, there. Focus. And when you tighten it up, it's got like a cone bit that goes into this. And it nips it, pinches the thread, so it's a lock nut. The trick is when you tighten the lock nut up against the push rod, you've got 2 1/2-inch spanners holding the job like, and it tends to give you a little bit more slack because it just shortens it a little bit as it goes in if you're not careful. So the tip is get it a little bit stiffer if that's the case. So it's just a bit too tight, and then when you nip it up, it should come good, which is what happened on that back one. And there we go on the front one. So I'll call them set. So all we've got to do now is pop the top covers on, fire it up, let it run, make sure it's not going to puke a load of oil out, which I don't see why it would, and then top the oil up and fucking happy days. That's it. Dead quick fix that is. It's took me fucking, what time is it? It's took me nothing. It's took me an hour. So well worth it. Absolutely well worth it. There you go. Another quick snap shot. Yeah, snapshot. Another quick snapshot of the workings of Ralfy Customs in a vlog type style. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up and a sub, hit your notification bell. Check out all the bump in the description below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Lots of love, everyone. See you soon.